Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Jacob Spender here at the National Weather Service in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm here today to talk to you about an upcoming system. Now, this system will be a crippling impact blizzard situation, especially in the Devil's Lake area, with some minor to moderate impacts as we're getting into the Red River Basin, far northwestern North Dakota, and into the Valley City area. Now, taking a look currently at some key messages, this is a crippling winter impact situation, especially if you're across the Devil's Lake area. Impossible travel due to near zero visibilities with snowfall rates of 1 inch per hour and winds gusting up to 45 miles per hour at times. Significant snowfall accumulation and significant drifting can lead to heavy snow load concerns for buildings and snow removal activities. This looks to be a long duration system from Tuesday into Thursday, starting out around Tuesday early afternoon in the Devil's Lake area and continuing into the Friday morning time frame when we're getting into that snow removal. So it may take some time as well to remove the snowfall. And if you're taking a look at the map currently going up, that is our expected snowfall across the area. Now, I'm going to stress this, that the snowfall amounts, you see there are a wide range. Here in Grand Forks, we're looking at 4 to 11 inches. Now, there is high uncertainty with those numbers, as the rain that may start out with the event may actually dwindle the snowfall amounts. However, there is that uncertainty of how warm the temperatures get and how much dry air filters into the area as well. All those will be necessary ingredients to increase or decrease the snowfall amounts. So we may see slightly higher amounts above those 11 inches here in Grand Forks, or slightly lower amounts than the 4 inches as well. That is all dependent on how much rain filters into the area. We are more confident that the higher snowfall amounts will be toward the Devil's Lake area, where they could see 1 to 2 feet of snow. And I'm going to say that again, 1 to 2 feet. That is significant for this area. So take precautions and take time to plan for alternative travel, and take time that this could be a paralyzing event for those areas. So this is a crippling blizzard event that is looking to unfold Tuesday through Thursday, especially in the Devil's Lake area. Now, those impacts could trickle down into the Red River Valley. That is a high-end scenario if that did happen, and that's all dependent on how much dry air moves in on Wednesday, and on top of that, how much rainfall does mix in early on in the event. Those all could limit the snowfall potentials. That is why we did remove Cass County, Sargent, and Ransom counties from the winter storm watch for tomorrow through Thursday. That is due in the fact that it looks like they could see more rainfall leading into the event and continuing into Wednesday and potentially into Thursday. Now, as we're getting into Thursday, that will transition to all snow across the area, as a lot of cold air does rush in at the end of this system. Now, there will be a brief lull in the activity, and that is dependent on how much dry air does get into the area. Now, that dry air looks to be on Wednesday getting into Thursday, and that will give us that brief lull. However, that will not be likely as you're getting into the Devil's Lake area, where they could see the continued impactful events throughout the day on Wednesday and into Thursday, potentially into Friday morning. Now, snow and rain will affect the river levels across the Red River Valley, the Cheyenne, Maple, a lot of those areas, especially in North Dakota. Now, to what degree that impacts them, that is the question that we are still reassessing as we're getting into tonight and into tomorrow and throughout the event itself. Now, taking a look at the next map, we are looking at the hazards across the area. You see the winter storm watch is still in effect for the Grand Forks area, the Red River Basin, up to Lake of the Woods and into Valley City, but we did remove Cass, Ransom, and Sargent County. Now, the blizzard warning in the Devil's Lake area, we are confident that Devil's Lake, New Rockford, Michigan, and Nelson County, Cando, and Langdon, they will see blizzard impactful events. This will be crippling for them. So take time, make preparations now. Now, in the winter storm watch, there is still that uncertainty, and just so everyone is aware, we are still reassessing this throughout tonight and tomorrow. So this may be a late minute decision getting into tomorrow morning on whether we upgrade the winter storm watch to a winter weather advisory, winter storm warning, or a blizzard warning. That is dependent on how much rain mixes in with the system and how much dry air gets in as well. Ensembles are still back and forth on how much of the rain and dry air will filter in to the exact system. Now, taking a look at the impacts themselves across the entire area in the Devil's Lake region and the Devil's Lake area, they will see extreme impacts from this. And that is also including Langdon, Cando, New Rockford, and Michigan in Nelson County. So this will look to be from Tuesday afternoon into Thursday with significant impacts after that into Friday morning. And that's due to the fact of how much snowfall and snow load will be in the area. So the snow removal efforts and all of that will be impacted. Halleck and Grand Forks, you see, are a little bit hatched. They have the potential for extreme impacts, and then it's all dependent on that rain and dry air like I talked about before. Now, Fargo and Fergus Falls, down into New York Mills and Wadena, those areas will most likely see rain throughout this majority of the event with some limited impacts, some nuances here and there as we're getting into Thursday and early on the day Friday, as we do get some snow that does wrap around from the system itself. So I'm going to reiterate this once again. This is a crippling blizzard that is expected for the Devil's Lake Basin, and that is including the towns of Cando, Langdon, Devil's Lake, New Rockford, and Michigan in Nelson County. So this is a crippling blizzard for them, and the potential is there. It's a low chance at this time that does move down into the Red River Valley, but we are continuing to reassess that as we're getting into tonight and into tomorrow. This could be a last-minute decision, like we did say earlier on in this broadcast, that it may be that tomorrow morning we start upgrading some counties in the winter storm watch to an advisory, a warning for blizzard or for winter storm. Now, once again, this is the time to prepare. Expect at least minor to moderate impacts, especially in the Red River Basin, and then the crippling impacts as we're getting into the Red River into the Devil's Lake Basin. There is that potential, though, that could shift into the Red River Valley, especially in the northern portions. So continue to monitor the latest forecasts and consider any alternatives to travel plans for tomorrow, getting into Thursday and into the early portions on Friday. So we will be here ready to act when needed, and we will continue to reassess throughout tonight and into tomorrow morning, and we'll keep you updated throughout the entire storm. So thank you for listening, and stay safe out there in North Dakota and Minnesota.